Hello, everybody. This is Zerda with Zerda MTG, and I'm back at it again today with another historic, I suppose, deck tech and video. This was supposed to just be some gameplay, but I made some changes to the deck because I forgot that Zendikar would be out by the time I was doing the gameplay video. And, there was at least one card I wanted to try out in this list, a few more to be completely honest. But to start with, I have Bala Ged Recovery, replacing two forests from the actual deck tech. The reason I'm playing this card is I think it's just a good way to get some more late game value, recycle some of our other more powerful cards, such as cycling a Shark Typhoon. We can get it back again. We trade off with our Frilled Mystic, we can get it back in the mid to late game. Small Hydroid Krasis in the early game trades off with something, we can get it back. But also, it's just a land to keep our land count up, which is obviously its first role and its primary role. So I will basically always play this land if it's in my opening hand first, because I do want to make sure the rest of my spells come in untapped. But say I already have enough lands to make my plans, I'll just kind of hold on to this and be able to use it a little bit later to recycle some of my bigger threats or even things I've just cycled away with Teferi because I didn't feel I needed them. And yeah, that's the only change I've made so far to the deck. I will be making a few more as I get the wild cards for it, but as of right now, I would just recommend trying out the Bala Ged Recovery. Alright, and let's get right into the gameplay. And here we are for game number one, looking at a hand that is about as ugly as it can get. We're going to have to throw that one back. Alright, this one's a keeper. We have a turn 3 Frilled Mystic. I wish that we weren't... let's see, what should I return here? Maybe one of the Bala Geds? Yeah. Otherwise it'll be a bit awkward trying to actually cast that turn 4 Mystic. So let's go ahead, lead on the Bala Ged Recovery, because I can't put it into play with the Growth Spiral. You can play it with Explore, but Growth Spiral is a little bit awkward with it. Alright, Island, just go ahead and pass. Oof, if I was on the play, this would be so much better. I'd be able to counter this Tempered Steel. But, as I was not, and this might just actually be one of the nightmare matchups for us, given that even Ugin can save us from their actual creatures. I'll put in the Temple because it's always tapped, although I hope I don't have to telegraph the Frilled Mystic here. Looks like I've got to telegraph it pretty hard, because there are quite a few things they could play that I just can't allow. You know what? I think basically anything I can't allow, especially not an unblockable menace like that. Not that it has menace, but it is a menace. Do you see it? It's just got frosting all over its face. No, but being able to counter a pre-combat spell and trade off is going to be one of my only hopes here. I was hoping to hit something like a Steel Overseer, but I can't risk them not playing it. All that glitters, okay. Trading off is a very dead dream now. I'll be able to block more damage in a future turn, I believe. And that is something that makes me sad. That I'm gonna have to do. And also Growth Spiral before I play any of my lands. I don't think that I should pay the life. Should I? No. I can wait a turn for Growth Spiral. It's not gonna be the end of me, I hope. And I'll block this turn, because any artifacts they play will pump it, so I'll be stopping more damage than I was last turn. Just trying to, or at least I assumed, but hey. Maybe I should have taken it, because one of my best hopes was going, well, definitely was now, going Growth Spiral, draw a land, Ugin -3 to get rid of the Tempered Steel. And the All That Glitters. Yeah, let's go with the cheaper one first. Definitely tapped. Although I guess basically any artifact's gonna kill me here. Yeah, so tapped is still correct. Or any 2 artifacts, which it would be very shocking to me if they didn't have. Which is ironic, because they just need to shock me. Ah, a land away. I think I'll go for 4. Going for 5, there's no real reason. Creature's still gonna die, they don't have trample. I'll draw the same number of cards, gain the same amount of life. Difference is I might be able to Growth Spiral after if there's land. And dig myself a little bit deeper here. Excellent. Also would have been nice if I could have drawn, what's it called there, Brazen Borrower. Oof. Well, that's game. Let's just try and fill out as many of our dailies as possible. Alright. And this hand doesn't exactly look too great. We're up against Lurrus again. Yeah. You're on the play. Turn 4 is way too slow. There we go. This is a hand I like. What'll I return? I'll return the Typhoon. Now I'm going to, knowing this is Lurrus, but also knowing I need lands, lead on the Temple. Very glad I did that. Normally I'd wait till the Explore turn to play the Temple, but I was concerned about drawing another tap land. There we go. Can I go ahead and say no to land number 7, or 6 right now, sorry. Let's go to Fairy. And let's loot. Don't need the extra blue source or a land that can damage me. Lame. Let's get in one more loot then. Forest is the worst land we have. Been a while since I've seen actual Bedevil. Gonna wait one more turn at least to deploy the Krasis. Besides, here we have a good Brazen Borrower plus, or Petty Theft plus Brazen Borrower turn set up. Alright, that's fine. And here, I'm gonna return the Priest, I think. Which would I rather them not have? I guess removal for my Krasis. Suppose I could have just discarded the Brazen Borrower, which wouldn't have been a bad decision. No, I think I'd still have wanted to do that. And I do get a little bit lucky here and draw another land. Let's draw 2 more cards. Alright, now we're getting concerned about the number of lands we have. And we're getting in for damage. Alright. Yeah, we have drawn a shocking number of lands. We do play a lot, though, so that is to be expected. There's a Spark Harvest. Going to attack this I cannot block. And there we go. Time to start scrying and be very happy we have a Castle Vantress in here. Just gonna be looking for Ugin, basically. Kind of expecting at least add Lurrus to their hand turn. Maybe not deploy if they're... Nope, they have no fear. I don't need to pay 2 mana to get my draw for turns, so we'll say goodbye to those two. Go ahead and swing, as once again there is no blocking for us. Brazen Borrower doing the good work. I do believe that even though there is some inherent risk to this, with the potential for our opponent to just gain control of our Uro, hit us with it, and sack it, it doesn't feel very likely with the number of cards they have in hand currently. Alright, so let's see what they do. We'll probably get Kroxid here. Or I suppose not. No, we are getting Kroxid. We can discard Uro to take no damage and really lose nothing. And let's see what else they do. Ooh, Paying Life. There's the claim, the firstborn I was worried about. At least we know they don't have a sack outlet. Or at least hope they don't. If they drew a sack outlet off of that... But man, that clutch claim off the top. I'm not going to cycle the Shark Typhoon for 0 value. Let's see. Yeah, let's attack him. We're not winning by not getting our own triggers. Yep. Obviously, I will keep my other arrow. Alright. I very much can see this being a good time for us now. Actually, no, dang. I'd have to exile my Hydroid Krasis. I don't see any way to avoid it, though. So we'll be taking 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, for shame. I guess I just hope we draw another Krasis. Probably hold the Bala Ged recovery to trade off with the Kroxa and not take extra damage. Still just want to draw that Ugin. Almost would like a Hydroid Krasis instead, but I don't think it does quite enough here. If it's just like that, actually, I don't see any reason to let them just Kroxa us again. Especially when we won't be able to Uro. And I desperately need to draw cards, so no blocks. Excellent. Hit him with everything. Gain some life. Draw a card. Alright, hopefully that's not a claim. And is just them having hoped that their Lurrus would still be around, so. Goodbye, Uro, I am sorry. But I don't want them having a 5/5. No, unless they have a way to have us discard a card, they're going to have a really hard time beating this Hydroid Krasis. Oh, I don't care about 7 damage opponent. That's small game stuff now. Alright, and what's the X? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No reason to go above 8, though. Could draw a land and still explore this turn. Play the Castle Garenbrig. We just get 2 Teferi, phase out their blocker, and have game. And the opponent has seen enough. Alright, so that's what this deck is supposed to do. Alright, I'm going to keep this one, although it could be a little bit risky to keep a 3-land, only 1 blue source hand on 7. I do think this is basically exactly what we want to see. We'd prefer a Teferi to a Frilled Mystic, but on the play, I just think either of them is powerful enough to really start gaining control of the game. I'm going to lead on Explore in case they don't play a decent spell on the turn we would want to Frilled Mystic. The key to using it is making sure you hit a reasonably powerful card. Don't just want to hit something of average power. And on turn 3 is usually when the powerful cards start coming down, like Mazemind Tome. That card is so good. And I don't think I want to let my opponent draw that many cards. Hit him for 3. Explore. Nice. And drop it to Teferi. Let's take a loot. I don't suppose we need Growth Spiral. If only I could phase out my own creatures. Bond of Flourishing, eh? Alright. I do like the gain life cantrip. You know, it's hard to argue with double Shark Typhoon. Remember, even if you like your hand, always loot. Just gives you more options. Because of my current plans, I'm going to discard the Bala Ged Recovery, because I just want to make land drops here. And I'd rather have a 5/5 shark than a 4/4 shark. But, say this was something besides a Shark Typhoon, I'd be able to rebuy my Shark Typhoon with it, which would be pretty sweet. Azusa. Alright, they're gonna ramp harder this turn then. Or not very, I suppose. There we go. Ah, Ugin. Yes, I would like to cast my Ugin. Getting closest to an alt, which will basically always end the game. And I'm going to offer them the ability to block here, because it is the same amount of damage with Ugin either way. But it does let me know what they prioritize, and they are prioritizing their Azusa. This should be the end of the game, because Bolas' Citadel is absolutely insane. And I am concerned about the Citadel, but their life total is low enough that maybe it won't be a problem. Alright, that is nice. Bond of Flourishing gaining them life for the Citadel. Maze Mind Tome Scrying. I do like this. Oof. Tough breaks upon him. So yeah, discard, and then we just have lethal on swing. And we get to hold open that Shark Typhoon, should they ever find a sweeper. But yeah, no. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And if you didn't, go ahead and dislike, comment, and subscribe. Let me know exactly what you would change and how you could do it better. And I'll be sure to take that under advisement. In any case, this has been Zerda with ZerdaMTG, and I'm signing out.